And welcome back. We're picking up where we left off last time in Terra Invicta as the initiative. I think the patch has technically, since the last time we played, moved like 0.03 forward, so it's now 0.4.63 instead of 60 where it was in the last part. We're basically going to pick up where we left off last time. We got a probe on the way to Mars, which should arrive in May of 2025. So in the meantime, we're going to try to boost our boost, pretty much. So we can get some of the pick places in Mars. So I think the assignments that we used from before are perfectly fine, so we'll get them going, get the speed up to max, so we can get rolling. So, kind of in the running here with India working for the executive. If we have the command points to control them. And apparently, volcano has erupted. Okay. So Mexico, which we control, just got damaged because the game sometimes doesn't like this.
Crackdown complete.
Violence is abating.
We're
Kicking
winning
the servants
their hearts and
out
minds.
of Belia. Public campaign in America, because we might as well. Public campaign in America, because we might as well.
We will never know if Lise Meitner and Otto Hahn even dreamed that they...
Okay, so I lost control of Solid Fusion, but in theory, I think we should be able to get what we want from there anyway. What is advanced heat manipulation? Something we'll probably want at some point. We don't necessarily need it right now. Yeah, I don't need to invest in this. Focus a little bit back towards our other priorities. As long as I can keep control of one of these, I think we'll be fine. I'm going to give up on trying to keep control of the second one. We'll focus on Sunland Habs, where we have control for the moment. As well as trying to get our outpost mining complex tech done. I might actually make these roughly equal.
Our associates are now in charge.
Okay, so we did take
Wrapping up
over
here.
Mongolia. Mongolia is ours now. I don't need to abandon it again, which is why the servants were able to take it from us, I think. Yes, I'd already cracked down on it myself. So I think the one place I do want to move at some point is we probably do want to kick them out of Canada. Just to make it harder for them to get into the United States.
I'm here. Applying pressure on their people.
What's the op? Removing our enemies.
Okay, so I'm seeing we got another admin org up for purchase. What is your national? Indonesia. Okay, so we're worried about that then. Probably just grab the admin here. Their espionage guy, even better espionage. Oh, apparently we're not allowed to take control of this this cartel, specifically because we're the initiative for whatever reason. Or maybe it's because I don't have any control in Afghanistan. Could potentially check that by getting control in Afghanistan. Oh, you have to be a president of the government. That makes sense. Which is why we have you on this guy. Okay, so this guy's got an open space. We'll toss the Praxis Foundation on him, even though Praxis Foundation is something we don't really care about. Just not have it sit on the sidelines. So right now, the plan in Terra Invicta here is we're going to get to the Mars, we're going to get some space bases up so we can extract resources from Mars. With that, we should be able to establish our space presence and probably try to kill the first alien warship. Okay, alien methods.
The aliens seem to be targeting people in positions of authority.
So now, in theory, I believe we can actually interact with the aliens. So we'll see if we can find some in the New World.
Public sentiment is increasingly with us.
The people will come to our side.
Okay, seriously crack down in Canada, so the follow-up will probably succeed, and we'll probably kick the servants out of Canada. Servants investing in boost in Canada. We're going to need this, so we'll set this as favorite. To really run anything on Mars, it's going to be hard to do.
We're in control here.
And there we go, successful purge. Oops, did that the wrong way around. Do want mission control in Canada. Probably need less boost, or less spoils as well. We'll probably end up holding on to Canada. Might not actually need to decrease welfare anymore here. Other than to suppress the rise from economy and spoils.
Where do you need me?
I'm here.
Where to?
So sadly, actually no, the US guy does have surveil. Sadly,
Standing by for orders.
Ready.
Okay, so we're gonna have these guys do a bunch of
What's
surveil
the
missions as we try to
Standing
track
by
down
for
a
orders.
alien.
Initiating surveillance.
Ready. Surveilling
So
target
we'll check
area.
to see if it's basically in Western Canada or Central Mexico. Tech-wise, we do have control of settlement habs, and at this point it looks like no one can probably take it from us. So I could probably stop investing if I really wanted to not invest in it, but we'll continue investing. We want it done at some point. Mainly so we can control the tech choice. Trying to remember where. Don't think product traded double check. Trying to remember where the space tech I want to use is, which is the grid drive. This is what my first flying brick is going to use, basically, which is a derivative of the ion drive, which is electrostatic repulsion. Okay, we've got everything done for electricity, so we can start electrostatic propulsion next. Okay.
Initiating recon.
Eyes up.
So
Home
right
is
now we
wherever you lay
believe
your
there's
head, it
2
is said.
aliens in the
If
New
only
World, and
this
the
were
rest
true.
are in the Old World.
Home, as far too many of us know,
So I may technically be better off trying to look in the Old World rather than the New World, for looking for the alien. But at the same time, getting rid of the ones in the New World will be more productive at protecting specifically America. I don't want to actually take control of America, but I don't want it controlled by the servants, so keeping the aliens away from it is valuable. Okay, outpost mining complex complete. To use that on Mars, we're going to want a fission pile, so we'll tack up the fission pile next. Oh, do want to keep control of that tech if we can.
Things are cool enough.
Public opinion is moving in our direction.
I think the public support
We're
in
winning their
America
hearts and
is
minds.
high enough for the moment. And we will need solid core fusion 1. Because it's a much better way to research than the other power plant tech to get grid drive. There's 2 different techs you can use to get grid drive. Nuclear freighters, we are going to want this as well, because it does reduce the boost cost. There may be an argument that if we can't get it in time, it's not worth it, but if we get it before we go to Mars, then worth grabbing.
On Overwatch.
Standing by for orders.
At your service. Eyes up.
Reporting in.
Where to?
Ready to go.
Ready for my mission.
Your orders.
Actually, for the moment, I'm going to have you check up on people's loyalty. Because we just had a bad loyalty event.
Where do you
So
need
I'd
me?
like to know who's low, so I have to improve.
Ready to
who
go.
I have to improve with. Well, I could throw money in the problem if I wanted to, but I don't really want to.
I will try to sway the public.
Ready for my mission. I will tell our story.
Initiating surveillance. We'll be ready for new orders soon.
So the way we basically find an alien right now is
We've got some
if we
intel
have
on our
a
target.
counselor in the same territory as it when it does its mission, or if we have the one surveilled location and it's like next to it when it does its mission, we'd probably detect the alien. So that's what we're doing, is basically running around trying to find indications the alien is doing abductions, and then
Things
we
are
can locate it
stabilizing.
and deal with it.
Public sentiment is increasingly with us.
We've moved the needle.
if some ancient trace of brilliant
I have a law, so they've gone ahead and done molten core fusion system, or fission system. At some point we'll be wanting that as well. That'll probably end up being my second drive tech after grid drive. Will come off of that line.
Ready. Tracking target.
Ready to go.
Standing by. will restore peace to this nation.
At your service. Setting a watch.
Oh, and we can see there's been a refresh on various things. Let's see if we can take advantage of any of these. The reason we can't grab you. For the criminal. In theory, that's a +8 one, isn't it? Nope, now it will. Okay. Grabbed the Cetus organization, which has given him all the admin he probably ever want. Requires government. Obviously, the criminals can't have government. Oh, we're middle of cycle. Oh, we're not middle of cycle. I can't take you. Oh, because I'm screwing with the count here. There are 15 orcs. Orc cap, yeah. Orc number camp. So you come off. You go on. Take one of the admins off because we're probably way over admin right now. Okay, so that's 26, so there's maybe an argument not to go more aggressive than that one removing. On the other hand, he's espionage, so worst case scenario, I just take everything off. Take a couple off that way. Okay. Again, this is actually the one I'm most likely to want to get rid of. If I had stuff I wanted to give to him, and there isn't anything really in the pool here. And I'm super interested in. Well, the labs aren't that bad, but I not want to prioritize on this guy, right? Not eligible for that one, okay. We need 14 to up you. Oh, and we can improve you. Oh, some admin. And you're the investigation guy, but there's no investigation orgs out at the moment. This investigation is something we're going to want to pump up pretty quickly. We'll give him the just the raw capacity for more orgs. So our commander here is actually the one who's best at science for the moment, so it might be worth giving him more science. Don't need the mining bonus right now. And then we've got space, so we'll toss the miner on. Really don't need this welfare bonus. We'll take the welfare bonus and put it on the guy. And take the science as well. Actually, I can... Yeah, let's get rid of the welfare one. Grab the engineering.
Initiating recon.
Surveillance complete.
Yeah, I think that was the one that had the low loyalty roll. So Pesach
Things are
here
cool
has
enough.
a loyalty of
I will
2.
report when mission is complete.
So we should probably do something to improve that.
You are a shining star. You are a burning sun. And within you,
Advanced heat measurements. Mission to the asteroids, okay.
The people will come to our side.
Mission to the asteroids is usually a bit more important to take advantage of if you don't get a good Mars part. Or if you're trying to avoid Mars for some reason. Ooh. Well, that's it's fine. It's humanities first. And it was one of my crackdown spots as well.
Acknowledged. I'll speak with them.
Acknowledged.
$26. United States wouldn't be that hard. Actually, I see Patriots starting to grab control in the United States. Let's try to tamp that down.
We must persuade the people.
Standing by for orders. Initiating surveillance.
Where do you need me? Initiating surveillance.
Immediate guess is something came off of Crackdown. So we're over cap again. Okay, let's hold off, grab 2 more XP here, and then we can grab something like admin. This guy. This one has striver, so this one can actually get something right now. Probably wants to be admin, to be fair. Could grab the Praxis Foundation again, not gonna bother. And you're the quick learner. Might still benefit from more admin, if for no other reason than to start freeing up the +3 admin guys. Who do we have? Came off a crackdown. That's probably one of them. And that's enough, so I'm not gonna worry about cracking down other things for the moment.
I think we had a breakthrough.
And that needs to be repeated.
On
So he went from 2, he's now like 4. We'll try to remember without having to constantly check on him.
Person of interest surveilled.
Okay, and Emil probably needs enough because he's sitting at 6. Okay, so I can make Pesk better at the cost of Eugenio, who we haven't checked in on. I don't need money, so let's actually favor improving the relation to Pesk. Pesk is now at 7, theory. Common Cause will want at some point.
Order is returning.
Public opinion is moving in our direction.
Yeah, we're waiting till May to go to Mexico, so that's something I'm always checking as we're rolling through the calendar, so that I don't miss the Mexico arrival. It shouldn't throw a pop-up at me when that happens.
Reporting in.
Oof, I'm gonna have to pay a bunch, or I can just assume that he's good. That's a dangerous choice. I think this is because... Oh, because it's opposed by espionage. Testing your own counselor, which means it's really hard to know whether or not our espionage lead is actually loyal or not. That is a interesting potential problem. And presumably he can't investigate himself. So, let's continue.
On
surveilling.
Overwatch.
Except I'm going to do it the other way around. We're going to have
Ready for
the
orders.
espionage guy, who's technically our second best investigator, go investigate
Tracking
the
target.
espionage lead.
At your service. I'll make sure they're on our side.
Godard Spaceflight Center. For what that is, that's a little expensive, but it's not too bad. And a cartel. Okay, so Mr. Criminal. You would have to lose an org to get the cartel, but you should probably do that. And obviously we take the money one off. That allows us to take the cartel. At which point you're way over admin again. Yeah, 27. You only need 24 right now, so we can take one of the governing ones off. And we're not gonna put the money one back on right away. We'll leave that spot empty. Command, not necessarily good commander ones. Oh, there's a Hermit organization here, which is another criminal one. I'm gonna have a problem if I take one of you off. Yeah, I have to take something else off first. Okay. Which we can do. That's not too hard. Now, can you take the Hermes? Yes. Stacking up on the criminal org here. Again, that puts us well over. So we're at 27 again, so we take another one of those off. The FSS, I think we need a point in Russia to grab it. If I had plenty of espionage and wasn't trying to buff this guy's espionage, we could use this to get assassinate. We don't need this guy. Increase and rest might be interesting, but not too worried about that. So let's toss that back on. We've got an empty slot. Well, we got 2 empty slots, but we only got 1 space from a org capacity standpoint. So you are the one we want to put Jericho on. That means we need to give you more space, which is easy to do. We give you one of those. Then we can give you Jericho. These are science guy. Temporary science guy. You're temporarily a science guy. Okay. Give you the diamond group. I'm gonna have to give you one more to get the science. Oh, and that has to be criminal. At this point, it's not going to go back on the criminals, so we'll just sell that or get our money back out of it. Okay. I think that has been a nice step up in the power of our counselors here. And let's keep moving forward.
I believe they'll stay loyal to the
Fire mission
cause.
success. You should be up to 9.
I think we had a breakthrough.
He was like 4, so now he's up to like 6.
Surveying target area.
Another alien base detected. I think that's alien setting up bases, to be fair.
I have new information.
Okay, and Stefano here has got a decent loyalty score. So the only one we don't know is the last one. The other ones
is abating.
might go out of date slowly.
Colleagues,
But we're starting to get close to
Mars
our
and the
appropriate levels
near
again.
asteroids will be in reach.
Okay, there's our electrostatic propulsion. Yeah, we'll probably want industrialization in space at some point. This might be how we get more than the first couple in Mars. Although industrialization in space is pretty expensive. Probably want to do something cheaper to start with. At some point we're going to do laser weapons anyway, so let's pick up high energy. Rolling through October. Other than securing our position here on Earth, there isn't really much we're doing until May. Yeah, we'll give this guy the admin point. Okay, that's everyone that way.
Standing by. Surveilling
Send him
target.
alone around
Your
excavator,
orders?
investigating counselors, and then yeah, we're still going to keep
Setting
looking
a
around
watch.
the new world in hopes that we come across one of the aliens. It's not necessarily particularly likely. There's a vision pile done. If we get nuclear freighters done in time, this should help make everything going to Mars cheaper.
I think we had a breakthrough.
Okay, let's do one more time
I
on him.
believe they'll stay loyal.
Two more
to the
times on
cause.
that one.
Eyes up.
Try to boost public opinion.
I have new information.
Okay, so that's a resistance operative.
Things are cooling off.
This little light of mine.
Okay. Well, first I was about to say, I'm surprised it's done so quickly, then I remembered we picked a pretty cheap one, so maybe it's not so surprising. Yeah, let's go ahead and grab Principles of Space Warfare. Regulatory capture we'll want at some point because I'll probably start to invest in some of the places on Earth. But that's going to be way down the list when we actually go about doing that. Fifth column. So we got a couple, interestingly enough, they're persuasion and espionage groups. Don't necessarily want to put them on my persuasion leaders, is the problem. Though I am going to want that persuasion at some point. Can I buy these and... Yeah, what did I put in my unassigned org file? Thank you. Apparently I can't just directly go there. Though the space mine here isn't necessarily doing us anything right now, so I can use that as the thing to take off. Now, obviously can't have the government lead the criminals. And our criminal guy, because criminal organizations is a bit full of criminal organizations at the moment. And losing a one espionage guy for one espionage isn't really worth it. That requires Italy. We have Mexico, so we can do this one, but that requires, obviously, that we spare a spot. Counter instruments. Maybe if I was willing to give up a bit of science, I could do that. So take him off. Grab you. So that's still technically a net positive, right? Is the thought process there. And we can go over to our investigator guy. Take the science off. Give him the investigate.
Ready for my mission. Investigating target.
At this point, I'm thinking we're just not for a while likely to find any aliens, because we probably would have run across them already by now. If we were just going to stumble across them easily.
Surveilling target area.
We know they're on Earth, but apparently they're not doing stuff that's making them easy to detect at the moment.
I believe they'll stay loyal to the cause.
Okay, so with that, I think Pesk is good.
I think we had a breakthrough.
Meal, I think I want to do one more
On
time.
Overwatch.
And I'm just going to blindly do Gino a couple times. He might have high loyalty, he might have low loyalty, but if he has low loyalty, we want to fix that. If he has high loyalty, trying to raise his loyalty won't do anything bad. So I can get paid to raise inequality in Pakistan. Not enough money. This is Pakistan. I don't really care much about Pakistan, so we're going to be mean to Pakistan. We're the initiative. We're not the good guys. We're just a different brand of evil. Found a member of the Academy. As the initiative in some of my solo play that I haven't recorded, I have found the Academy and the initiative don't always get along. After receiving orbital bombardment from the initiative while attacking the aliens. Okay, finish alien origin.
We have located the alien headquarters inside the solar system.
What is the science I'm working on right now? Nuclear freighters. So that is an energy tech, so we probably shouldn't do another energy tech at the same time. Airlead 4 would not be a bad one to grab quickly. Anyway, I think I've invested enough in Principles of Space Warfare that we can slow it down to accelerate something else. Let's try to get nuclear fritters done nice and quick. Probably do renewable rockets afterwards.
Standing by. I'll make sure they're on our side.
Ready for orders. We'll see what they're up to.
Reporting in. Setting a watch.
So one thing I can do now that we got that payoff from the Pakistan event is I can probably turn the spoils down. Places where I am active, actively collecting it. Which apparently right now is very few places, actually. I was going to turn it down to 1 pip from 3 pip, but apparently most of the places I am on 1 pip already. Okay. No, we can do it in Mongolia.
Diplomacy has its place, but if
Principles of Space Warfare is finished. Probably going to want to grab those missile warfare Victorine at some point. We'll spin this back up and see if we can keep control of it.
I couldn't get through to them.
Oh, darn. Off by 0.1%.
I believe they'll stay loyal to the cause.
Okay, so Emil should probably be high enough
Eyes
now.
up.
We've got some intel on our target.
So there's Ion Drive. That's
Things
a
are
tech that I want to
stabilizing.
research for... Well, technically it's the prerequisite for the engines I want for my first war group, but you need engine. Well, if you need the prerequisite of the engine, you might as well grab them anyway.
If it isn't ours, it's somebody else's.
Mission the asteroids, not too worried about that. And then moving on to directed energy warfare, which is something we're going to want for defensive lasers.
Ready for my mission. I'll speak with them.
Acknowledged.
I think Emil is high
Eyes
enough.
on the
We'll
target.
risk lowering Emil's
Standing
loyalty
by.
to check to make sure it is high enough.
Initiating surveillance.
Their loyalty remains questionable.
I think we had a breakthrough.
Initiating recon.
Tech to lure,
Person of
crackdown
interest
chance,
surveyed.
tech to raise crackdown chance. And yeah, Emil has 13, which is fine. For the moment.
Order is returning.
Interesting, there's as many people as there are here in Brazil. 2 unknowns. Normally you expect people to be in the capital. Ooh. I wonder.
Initiating surveillance.
At your service.
Ready to go.
Let's check up on both those
Investigating
guys.
What's the op?
I'm here. I will tell our story.
Ready for orders. We must persuade the people.
Acknowledged.
Okay, so you're below 1. You're obviously below 1 because you're in a stable state. Good, good. Back to India, apparently. We are having to do stuff to actively stabilize India, so that doesn't surprise me. The meal has strivers, so we can go ahead and give you more admin, which we'll do. You have quick learners, so I can give you more admin. Must have government, must not have criminal. Our investigator guide has neither, which is why you can't go on him. Okay. On the other hand, this is our commander, and our commander apparently has enough admin cap to take you, so we'll give command boosting group to a commander. Well, I say command, or a guy focusing on command. He's technically an officer, not a commander. Which might be a different background. Okay, let's see if... Well, the fact that our explorers, or our investigators went flying across the world probably implies that those weren't the aliens. They were just guys that are good at hiding.
Surveillance complete.
Politician associated with the Academy. Loyalty of...
Mission is a
3-ish.
no-go.
Invalid target. Interesting. Did go flying
We're
half
winning
across the
their
world, so I
hearts
doubt
and
it's, I think it's the guy went to a ground instead of was the alien.
We've moved the needle.
Things are cool enough.
I think it's time to go ahead and grab the command point, the executive point in India. Sudden flowering. So I'm going to take the extra science. We can always burn the growth away. So for the moment we don't have a Xena research, let's do reusable rockets. It'll slow us down a bit because we're working on both reusable and nuclear freighters at the same time. Looks like we have control of missile warfare. Don't necessarily want to slow down because otherwise we might run into a scenario where we lose control. Though that window is going to start shrinking. There's about 1,000 left on it. We have about 800 something, so there are people who, if they got 600 of the remaining 1,000, would be able to take it from us, but that window is going to narrow real quickly. New orgs are available. Thank you for notifying me. Doesn't look like there's any we're interested in, though. The Serbian Mafia isn't that bad. And the strategic communications wouldn't be that bad. Oh yeah, and I must have control of the Serbia Kosovo, so that's just not open to us. So it's just the Palace strategic communication that would be available. Or interesting. And they are probably more interested in control of the 5th column right now. And then as we get more admin, we can jostle around the guys. We'll put the boost, so we'll keep control of the boost. Or keep the boost deployed for the moment. It'll become a lot less valuable once we have assets in space making space resources.
Where to?
Ready for my mission.
Standing by.
Okay, so something I feel has come off of Crackdown. Myanmar. Yeah, let's go ahead and try to take that point off of India.
Establishing control.
Reporting in.
I'm here.
I'm here.
Vancouver.
Setting a watch.
Where to?
So the thought process with checking that is we know the alien has been in Vancouver at some point for that event to have popped up. He may not currently be in Vancouver, but it's worth checking.
Eyes up.
Looking at the time, I've probably let this part go a bit long. So if you're watching on YouTube, this is, well, the end of the cycle, so I'm going to go ahead and put the part break.
On Overwatch.
So I hope you have been enjoying it. In the next part, we will probably get to actually sending our first set of colonists off to Mars.
Violence is a
hopefully we'll have enough boosts that we can grab a full house of locations.
We're winning their hearts and minds.
The Russian-Congo War has ended. Okay. That was a weird word to start with, so that doesn't surprise me.
We've got our people in place.
There we go. We got the executive in India. We don't need the Myanmar one, so we're going to go ahead and abandon control of that, which gets us back under our camp. Reduce wells. Because I'm still technically benefiting from the Protectorate spoiling. Okay, this is where I'm going to put the part break. So if you're watching YouTube, there will be another part up tomorrow, because I'm going to try to record 4 or 5 parts tonight. Hopefully this part will go up the day after the last part. That just means I need to upload it tonight and get it set up, which shouldn't be too hard, but that's the task I've set to myself tonight. So if you're watching this on YouTube, in theory, hopefully I recorded this the night previous. If you're currently watching this on Twitch, feel free to hang around. I'm going to record another part. Take a short break to sip some tea between parts, but otherwise we'll be getting right back into it. So until the next part, wish you all the best of luck and a good time. Catch you all in the next part. Bye for now.